Hi, coaches. Paulie with Cardinal Couple.
Hey,
To
Paul.
talk a little bit about that 12-point fourth quarter run for you all to put them down. What was it you were doing differently in that final quarter that allowed you to take that lead and build on it?
Well, I think we wore them down some too. I mean, they've got some injuries and they're down to 9, and I think we really kind of just kept going at them and going at them. But we communicated much better at the defensive end of the floor. We kept telling them, you got to come up with stops. We weren't scoring the ball well. We turned it over way too much there in the first half, and then we finally got some things calmed down. And did a really nice job of executing and made some big shots.
Jeff, hey, it's Jody Dimbling. When in that the second half, Marissa hit a couple of big shots for you. She's stepped up in the last few weeks. The 1-3 was really big, but I mean, she's really kind of come into her own, hasn't she?
So she has, and I'm proud of her. It's the same thing I told Liz Dixon. The one thing about our ball club right now is we're not consistent game in and game out in terms of, in the past, sometimes we've had 4 players before the game started. I could tell you what their stat line was going to be. And we're just not quite there right now. But what we do have is we have some players, instead of getting in their feelings and getting emotional, Liz only played 5 minutes in that Carolina game, but she bounced right back. And tonight plays 18 and did a really nice job defensively. I was proud of in that fourth quarter. Really, she came in there. She did a great job of being strong and rebounding. And tonight wasn't a Nyla's night. But instead of being emotional, the next one stepped up, and that's what we have to continue to have. So I'm, going to hopefully be able to sit down and show them this film and show them, hey, here are the good things, but here are the things we have to work on.
Benching the Cards now 18-8, 9-4 in ACC play. Virginia Falls.
Yeah, this is Kent with WHAS 11. CC had, I think, 12 over 14 points in the fourth quarter. What did you see out of her in that period? Because obviously she stepped up big time for you guys.
Well, she looks to score. I mean, that's the one thing with Cece. I keep telling her, like, if I can get her mentally and emotionally to be dialed in for 40 minutes every time she's on the floor, she can really do some great things because she shoots the thing so well from the 3-point line. You got to guard her. She's got a nice pull up. She goes 6 of 6 at the line tonight. Did some great things, and I just need her to continue to be aggressive because of how well she shoots the ball.
Coach Haley was 17 tonight and certainly some key buckets, but they keep calling her on that move that they call a turnover on. Is it something that they've started new this year? Because that move never used to seem to get her a turnover.
Which move is that, Polly?
It's that little move she makes where she goes to the side and then they whistle her for carrying the ball. And they did it, I think, twice on her tonight or 3 times.
I don't remember that one today, so I'll have to go back and look at it. But you would just have to adjust. It's if the officials are calling it as a travel, well then they're like, okay, I can't do it again. But I thought overall she really gathered herself and played much better in the second half of just taking care of the basketball. She only had 1 turnover in the second half, and the turnover was the travel call that she got. So it wasn't a passing turnover. She really, I thought, did a great job of keeping her composure.
Jeff, you've mentioned a few times this year about the league and how there's going to be no 20-point wins. This is a perfect example of it, a team that looks on paper like you're better at, but you really had to grind it out. This is just one of those games in the league you're going to have.
They're all going to be like this. I mean, you look at the score of the Pitt game. Pitt goes up to Notre Dame and loses by 6. And then you are going to have your one anomaly. It always happens in league play. Duke going up there and doing what they did to Boston College tonight. If they played tomorrow, I'm not saying Boston College is going to win, but I don't think it's going to be a 68-27 game. So you're going to have 1 or 2 of those. But overall, you got to be ready to play. We got Clemson coming here on Sunday that, guys, I'm hoping, I'm pleading to our fan base because, I did everything I could to get that changed to a 2:00 game from the originally scheduled 6. because I told the ACC, I really feel that our fan attendance is an asset to our league. You want people to turn the TVs on and see 8,000 people in those stands. And I'm hoping we get it changed to 2. I'm hoping we don't have 2,000 show up or 4,000 show up, because they'll sit there and tell me, well, we should have kept it at 6. So I'm hoping everyone will come out, because it's a big game. You're on the verge now, right now, at 9-4 in league play, where you're guaranteed to be 500 at worst in league, which, golly, we hope that's not the case. But now all of a sudden, each win you get, you're putting yourself over that mark, which is now you're looking to try to improve your NCAA seeding, ACC seeding, all of it. But Clemson's going to come in and play hard. Amanda, that's one thing about all of her teams she's done every year she's been there. They compete, and they'll get down and come right at you.
Jeff, you talked about improving your seating. You also, are hoping to improve the way you're playing each game. Do you feel like you're making steps forward like you'd like to see at this point?
Well, if you take out the first half, yes. The first half was a horror film. But then I thought we kept our composure. We come out of halftime, we score on the first play, but then we come down the floor and we give up a bucket, a foul, but we finally got it to a point where we were able to come up with multiple stops, and we did not do a very good job of that. I mean, they extended the lead in the third to 10.
Outscored,
and then we were able to go on a run. It's 38-28. And then the next thing you know, it's 38 all. Actually, we went up 40-38 in the third over that stretch. So that's what we have to do. We have to just dig down and continue to
check the individual totals, check the team numbers during the last.
And if we'll do that, then we have a chance to be in every game we play.
Your turnovers really as a team seem to come in bunches, and then you'll stop, and it's just kind of an off and on type of thing. Is there anything you've noticed in terms of trends or what's causing them?
No, it's contagious. There's no question about it. I mean, which is our Achilles heel. We don't just turn it over once or twice. We'll turn it over like 4 out of 6 possessions and allow someone in a 2-point game to go up to an 8-point game. And that's where we have to get better. And then, Virginia did a good job at times of switching up some defenses. And that's where I'm like, guys, okay, they've been playing man, so we call a man set. But they're in 2-3 zone. So you got to make the adjustment and see it. And that's one of the areas where we're not doing a great job of. But we'll continue to show film and break things down and hopefully continue to get better.